Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Isabelle Knight, and I am the middle grade fantasy author of the Enchantria series. And today I am filming another video that is basically going to be a lot of exciting announcements, like including author interviews and also a brand new book blurb for Book 1 in the Enchantria series. Enchantria, Guardian's Heir. That's the title, I think. Yeah. Also, if the lighting looks odd or weird, that is because I'm filming using a different camera or phone or whatever, but yeah, so hopefully the lighting doesn't turn out too weird, but we'll see. So, yeah. As I have mentioned before, I am filming this video to announce a lot of stuff, and like one of those things, I guess, is a bunch of author interviews. So yeah, I am going to be interviewing several more authors in March. Is it March? Yeah, it's March. Yeah, so I will be interviewing several more authors in March, and I am just so excited for this. So yeah, so the authors I'm going to be interviewing in March, well, hopefully, assuming like nothing goes wrong or anything. But yeah, the authors I will be interviewing in March are Elle McFadzean, and she is the debut author of a middle grade fantasy book called The Potion Experiment. And I was lucky enough to be one of her ARC readers for the book, and I loved the book so much. It was amazing, so funny, and I decided to interview her. So yeah. We are hopefully going to do like a video call interview like later this month. The second author I will be interviewing in March is Shen, and she is the author of, I think, 3 books now, including 2 middle grade novels. Maybe It's a Sign and The Comeback. I think those 2 were. I absolutely loved those. I absolutely loved those 2 books, and yeah. I will also be doing a video call interview with her, and I am absolutely just so excited and totally, utterly terrified. Yeah, I always get terrified before author interviews on video call, so yeah. And the third author I will be interviewing in March is Gail Carson Levine. I don't know what to say about this, mainly because, like, Gail Carson Levine, she is my favorite author of all time. Her book, Ella Enchanted, is definitely my favorite book, and her, I guess, sort of like writing book, Writing Magic, it was actually the book that inspired me to become a writer, and I'm just going to tell you that one of the things on my bucket list was meeting her, and yeah, hopefully later this month I will be able to have like a phone call interview with her, assuming that, of course, nothing goes wrong. Hopefully she remembers, because, like, you know, she's a very famous author, so she's really, really busy. But yeah, if everything goes well, it's going to be very exciting and utterly, totally terrifying. But yeah, and I'm also going to be interviewing a 4th author, but not in March, because 3 author interviews in March is probably going to be about it, mainly because I am a very busy person. I have a lot of writing and editing I want to do. I have a huge reading list I have got to get through, especially since my Kindle Unlimited membership is dying on March 26th, and it is just right when I'm not going to have Kindle Unlimited anymore that I find all these new books, which is very annoying. Hold on. Okay, I think the camera was acting a bit weird. I don't know. Yeah. So the fourth author I will be interviewing is probably going to be in April, and her name is Sarah Allen, and she is the award-winning author of, I think, 4 middle grade novels, and I read one of her books, and that book is, what was it called? I think it was called What Stars Are Made Of, and I absolutely loved her book. And she actually reached out to me to do an author interview, which was so exciting and totally surprising because normally I reach out to other authors to do interviews. Not the other way around, but I'm just in disbelief that an author reached out to me to do an interview and not the other way around. And I was so surprised when I got her email. So yeah, so excited to do all of those interviews. Also very terrified because none of these author interviews are written interviews. Like, most of them are going to be like video call interviews or phone call interviews. So I'm just so excited. But yeah, earlier this month I also interviewed another author. She is... Okay, so earlier this month, I think it was, I also interviewed, I did a written interview with Diva Fagan, and she is a middle grade fantasy author, and she wrote, she's written a lot of books that I cannot possibly remember right now, but I did read one of her books, and it is called Nightingale, and I did a book review on that on my blog, and, you can check that out on my blog if you want to. But yeah, I reached out to her to do a written interview, and she agreed! Yay! So exciting! So yeah, it was posted earlier this month on my blog. I didn't announce it because, I don't know why I didn't announce it, but, yeah. So yeah, that is probably most of the announcements that have to do with author interviews. So, a lot of author interviews, which is why I'm very glad that I actually have a planner. I got this in Thailand, and it was awesome. This is a very cute planner. This is what inside pages look like. It is so cute. But yeah. And of course, one of the other announcements I mentioned in the beginning of this video was that Enchantria, Guardian's Heir, had a new book blurb, which is incredibly exciting. I decided to just improve the book blurb so that it was more interesting, more intriguing, and all that. My previous book blurb, I think some of you might have already seen it. So yeah, and yeah. So yeah, I am going to show you the new book blurb. Probably going to read it to you. And yeah. While I was trying to write the new book blurb, I was also looking for a few comp titles for my book, And basically comp titles are like comparative titles. So kind of like, if you enjoyed this book or this book, then you will enjoy my book, and stuff like that. It was hard. Surprisingly hard, because like Enchantria is, it's a whole mix of ideas and books and a lot of stolen ideas, and I will not tell you which book I stole Enchantria from, but well, Enchantria actually did turn out very different from that book, so don't worry. But basically, the original idea was stolen from another book that I absolutely loved. So, yeah. But at the same time, it's also got a lot of ideas that I just pulled from random places, like Wilder lore, or like there's a movie, it's called The Fairy Princess and the Unicorn, and it's set in a magical land called Biala. I don't know if you've heard of it or if it's a very famous movie, but I really, really, really loved that movie. So I did steal some stuff from that movie, along with some of the settings from a video game I used to play. So it's a whole mishmash of ideas. But I did manage to come up with a few comp titles, and those titles are Nightingale by Diva Fagan, Wilder Lore by Amanda Foodie, and I think the Starfell series by Jessica Renwick. And yeah. So I have over here, I don't know if you can really see it. I'm gonna try and show you this. Okay, no, never mind. I don't think you can see this. So, I will probably just read the book blurb to you. And hopefully I do the reading well, because I always get nervous about actually reading stuff out loud. But, yeah. So, this is the brand new book blurb. Why am I so nervous to read this? Okay, I should probably just get on with it and stop rambling, as I always do. But yeah, so the new book blurb goes something like this. A spellbinding middle-grade fantasy from debut author Isabelle Knight. Perfect for fans of Gail, Carson, Levine and Diva Fagan, as well as readers of Wilder lore and the Starfell series. In a land of magic, secrets, and stars, one girl must fulfill a prophecy and save them all. Elena Ramirez's mother vanished 11 years ago, leaving behind only a golden key that unlocks absolutely nothing. Or so she thought. On her 16th birthday, Elena discovers the key holds a magical secret, and she's pulled in through a portal to the kingdom of Enchantria. But not all is as it seems. As an ancient prophecy unfolds, Elena is forced to become one of the guardians of the land, and she and her friends will have to embark on a perilous quest to seek the tribe, an ancient group of people who may not even exist. And if she fails, Enchantria will fall to its greatest enemy, a sorceress of shadows and ravens who has waited centuries for her chance to rule. Magic, mystery, and destiny collide in this thrilling middle-grade adventure about courage, friendship, and belonging. So yeah, that is the new book blurb. I would say I am very happy with this book blurb. I certainly like it way better than the first book blurb. But yeah, hopefully I came up with a good enough book blurb that makes you excited to read my book. It was not easy coming up with this. I probably spent around an hour just brainstorming and throwing out a bunch of words, I don't know, just trying to throw in a bunch of words, and to really sum up what the book is about without going on into a 30,000 word synopsis, which is rather hard for me, but I think I managed to do it all right. So like one of the things I tried to do was to just, I guess, just really sum up what the story is about. I probably try and like get like the inciting incident into the book, and then I, at the end of the book blurb, I also like mention the stakes, and you know, there's like the beginning of that, which is, well, I'm not really sure what that is called, but it includes like the comp titles, I guess. I really don't know what you call that first part of that book blurb, but yeah, hopefully that book blurb was a good book blurb and better than the previous one. But yeah. So I think this probably wraps up this video, which is basically just a bunch of announcements. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video and would like to hear some more about my writing and my book series, and of course read some more written author interviews, don't forget to check out my blog, springfallschronicle.com. There's a lot of fun stuff going on there. So yeah, and I also really hope you're looking forward to all of these author interviews as much as I am. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Alright, bye!